one and only off nephew watch. Me won't make no say no fi fight it, but you no confit watch it. Me won't make no watch it.
Dr. Paul INEC of the Dunamis Church. Your matter don't reach my table today. So we go talk am. The way where him be. So may your days be long. Now man you be. In fact, this country need 10 men of God that has your kind of courage and confidence and boldness. Just talk am the way where him be. No minding who they involve. They are me. I like men when we say they need to sleep. They need to fear. For what? I just dey pour am out as it be me for inside my mind. They are me. We need men like this to dey give all these wicked politicians bones, woto on the steady, because as they say they don't get shame. No shame at all. No integrity. Misbehavior na their second name. They misbehave past anything. Integrity far from them. No rest, no regard for moral value. They lack am as their sense not dey work. Their sense not dey work. So they believe say as they get money, so they get everything. Make I tell you, it no be so. It no be so anymore. People don't wake up. They say they don't want you to rule them. You don't go leave them. By now, you're supposed to bury your face in shame. You hear me? To rule not be by force. Now people go say now you they want. As they say they don't want you, you don't go leave them. You say no because you don't get shame. You say you must rule by force. Why? Because you believe say now your turn. You believe say now your turn to rule. Who even tell you say that they share? Who even tell you say now your turn? As you believe say now your turn, and you must rule, and you must rule them by force. They are just check out the narrative. You must rule them by force. Baba, make I tell you, not be goats we they talk about. We they talk about intelligent people like Nigerians. Baba, gone are the days of all those. Now my turn. No, people eye don't open. They hear me. Although I not to believe you, I not to blame you, Sha, because now your children supposed to they enlighten you more about all these things, but they know they do them. They know they do the needful. Sheyi, how many times I call you? Sheyi, I call you 3 times. Carry your papa, go treat him, make him well. They have me. Put her for house. They look after him. Now what him need now be that. Not be to the bother himself with all this stress. You don't need that. The reason why they talk this thing be say the shock when we receive for Yaradua time, we still never recover. I beg you, I don't want to make Nigeria face another shock. If they pay me, I say they pay me for body now, that's why they bring them out too. If they have me, so try, muna try. It no be, una no win. Una no go feel ruled by force. Nigerians don't wake up. I bet before I continue, make I hear wetin Dr. Paul INEC talk. Anytime I hear the name Dr. Paul INEC, the name dey scatter my head. Now one man of God one value so much. Sir, I respect you. May your days be long. Now man you be.
It is impossible. We announce that they are at the end of their road, politically and otherwise, since they have confirmed. Friends, we have witnessed an unusually stressful and challenging elections and vote casting process under very difficult conditions in most cases. Yesterday, some people's voting didn't start till around 1 p.m. Some people in some places had rains and all manner of things, all manner of strenuous condition. But I saw patriotism. enthusiasm, and the determination of our nation's citizens for a change of story like I have never before seen. Record-breaking turnout crowds. Our polling unit, maybe the crowd multiply like 10 times of what it has ever been, with multitudes of first-time voters. Unfortunately, the human demons in our country and their lunatic, mad agents in various parts of this country didn't allow for a peaceful and just process in those places. Video recordings of their misdeeds were flying from Lagos, from Rivers, from Kogi, from Anambra, etc., with thugs at the helm of affairs at certain units. Someone was saying, if you are not voting our party in a particular polling unit in Lagos, and the police was standing right there, leave here. What a country. I thought I had an order that every thug should be shot down at sight. There was a place where the gate was locked, and the thugs told the people, if you are not voting our party, their party, their disastrous, nonsense, useless party, don't come in here. In some places, people are told, if you don't want to vote our party, go back to your place. In certain places, there was a report of no more presidential ballot papers. But there were ballot papers for senatorial and House of Reps. There were other places where a particular party's logo and name was not on the ballot paper at all. Also, there were cases of thugs snatching ballot papers. Underage voting. I think they showed me a clip of a boy of about, is it 4 years or 5 years, 6 years, casting a vote somewhere. The question is, who are the kinds of leaders or aspirants who will orchestrate those kinds of criminality? They are worthless, valueless, generational liabilities, mobile disasters, who have neither the credibility, relevance, or quality to command any form of followership or win any form of credible election. So they have to resort to criminality, thuggery, and all forms of manipulative devices to attempt to win. The Lord rebuke you. Those are primordial, medieval, outmoded, antiquated, outdated, primitive, obsolescent entities. Ancient people who belong only to history and not to the modern times. Bringing Stone Age, barbaric, savage, bestial, animal behavior into contemporary times. Using ballot snatching and voter intimidation. When you look at them, they look like animals. Both those dogs and those who send them like animals. What monkeys will not do, what baboons will not do, are what these human demons in the name of so-called aspiring leaders, animals trying to lead the human beings. Impossible. Animals trying to lead people. Animals, apes, trying to lead human beings. It is impossible. We announce that they are at the end of their road, politically and otherwise, since they have confirmed that they don't belong to this age. Who are these kinds of leaders? They are detestable, abhorrent, reprehensible, obnoxious, odious personalities, bent on immersing the nation in the flavor of shame and ignominy in the eyes of the international community, as they watch all the terrible things through their contemptible, execrated, abominable electoral crimes and actions, bringing Nigeria into odium and opprobrium. We announce that the shame that they are trying to bring on the nation remains their shame forever. It remains the shame of all that pertains to them forever. Voting manipulation, all manner of things. Now, despite all these abnormalities cited, the people of Nigeria overwhelmingly expressed their choice of leadership through their vote everywhere. voting against even so-called aspirants and winning them in their own grounds, in their polling units, winning them in their territories, in their so-called states. The people spoke through their vote. This is my counsel to INEC. INEC, be strongly advised to do the right thing and do it on time. Issues of inability to upload results on server, failure of results upload from beavers machines, delay in the arrival of results, especially from the northern parts of this country, is raising suspicion. They are raising a lot of suspicion. What was the use of giving the hope to the country? INEC is ready. Beavers machine, automatic transmission of results. And yet we are here, still here now. Result manipulation and all manner of things are still going on. Kindly ensure that this is not game as usual. Every attempt at scuttling the will of the people or frustrating the zeal of the youth will only produce unimaginable consequences. You are not dealing with dummies. You are dealing with intelligent people. Nigerians are tired of the games of these demonic agents, and we are not going to take it anymore. People have voted. They are watching their votes. People already have the results of their polling units, etc., as confirmed at the end of the voting exercise. Just be wise. Do the right thing and go down in history in honor. I'm talking to the INEC leadership right now, the chairman. Do the right thing and go down in history in honor and dignity, or do the wrong thing and go down in shame and ignominy and infamy forever. God bless Nigeria. Stand up on your feet, people. We are not, hear me, we are not going to take rubbish from anybody. We are not going to take garbage from anybody. You can't take anybody for the ride. You have taken us for the ride for too long, and now we won't take rubbish. Lift up your hands. The Bible said there are many devices in the heart of man. 200 million people taken for a ride by a few irresponsible, redundant, remotely disconnected human entities that don't belong to this present age. Few of them, handful of them, valuable for nothing. They are sellable for nothing. They are not marketable. Taking a whole nation for a ride. You are joking. You are joking. Lift up your hands. The Bible said in the book of Job chapter 5 verse 12, there are many devices in the heart of a man. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. Lift your hands and say after me, say, Father, we ask that your counsel in Nigeria shall stand. Your counsel in Nigeria shall stand. Your counsel in Nigeria shall stand. Say, Father, we ask that you frustrate the counsel.
Yeah, right about now, it's all about the one and only INEC Watch. Me won't make no say no fi fight it, but you no confit watch it. Me won't make no watch it.